Blah. Oh, wait. Public, okay, cool. People should actually get notifications this time. Let's see what happens. Hey, Mephidice, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I think this has been airing out long enough. Hey, Zavi, how's it going, dude? Yeah, unfortunately, this will be the last stream for about a week. Well, yeah, there won't be one this weekend or the next, so I had to go hang out in the desert for a while. Hey, Rex Morton, what's up, man? Hey, Riku, how you doing? What you guys doing this evening? Okay. Fun. Turned off my notifications a long time ago, so maybe I'm not exaggerating. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, blowing up the cactuses again. Start some wildfires. Doing fantastic. Hey, Lost Levels, what's up, man? Making a Doom map that cannot be played in anything but source port of Doom. Oh, that's cool, man. This is nostalgic. Oh, have you played Omicron Nomad Soul before? Hey, Zombie. One sec here. You and me both, apparently. But yeah. Oh, yeah, let me show those. Hey, Doss, what's up, dude? How you doing? Yes, sir. Fun. Hey, Zero Mancer, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing well, Colin. Good. Oh, well, fantastic, man. Steal my post bag and yeah, drinking your random kangaroo freaking Merlot. Oh, you guys actually got the notifications tonight. That's actually pretty cool. Oh. Owned almost the entire... Oh, damn, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I think I'm up to... I think I have about 30 plus Dreamcast titles. Everything. Don't lie. No, my favorite, my wine of choice, if I have to drink Merlot, typically I like to go with the Tisdale, but they only sell it in certain places. And then, I'm a really big fan of Red Diamond. Dude, that's great. Ow! Oh, it's a bummer here. I mean, if you ever get back into collecting, Dreamcast stuff isn't too horribly expensive. But on the plus side, they have those GD-ROM modifications you can buy for like 90 bucks. Which just click in, you can load a lot of the games onto SD cards. Hope it wasn't more than 12. Oh, Yellowtail here is like $5. Am I getting the new... Nah, can't say I am. I'm assuming, is that 2.5? Is that coming out on the Switch? Collect everything Dreamcast. Oh, fair enough, man. There's the exit. Yeah, I don't own a Switch yet. I haven't gotten around to getting one yet. Link's Awakening remake. Oh, I need to get Virtual On. I've actually been. How much is that game going for in the States now? I think it's like $30 game or something like that. Get a Switch. That's on my list of things to get at some point. I haven't really got any current generation console, unfortunately. Like, I just haven't bothered because I have pretty good PCs to play games on. Oh. I love that Dreamcast loading. I literally bought one today as a Valentine. Happy Valentine's Day. Man, this game blew my mind in 1999, the first time I played it on PC. I was watching the Overwatch League, but rather... Oh! Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Never thought I would care for the Switch, but... Alright. Oh, you got Virtual On yesterday. Okay. This is a David Bowie game. Or David Cage, depending how you feel about it. I guess kind of both. Yeah, I can see how that would be beneficial. Being able to play wherever you want. Yeah, I've got to do some waiting, like biding my time, because I figure PS4 Pros, Xbox One X's, and Switches, well, not Switches, probably a Wii U. They'll be dropping in price here pretty significantly. Probably pick a bunch of those up. Not a bunch of those up, but a number of them. There's isn't a whole lot of like modern gaming that's really been captivating me, so I kind of just been abiding my time. Don't play them anymore. Huh. So I just really like David Bowie, so I'm just letting this play. The stream's probably going to get a little copyright claim in the middle of it. But, whatever. Yeah, still need to play Detroit Become Human. My fellow middle-aged nerds. Freaking lucky. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, is there no game audio coming through? Ah, again. Okay, one sec. Doing this crap again. I gotta delete it and re-add it. One sec. This always happens. One sec. Can't hear David by now. To restart the whole game. Ever thought about moving to Twitch? I've considered it, but unfortunately it's one of those things where I already have a kind of an established audience on YouTube, so I'd have to start all over on Twitch for the most part. So it just doesn't appeal to me. Should be some audio now coming through. Let's try to do about half. All right. That audio. Okay, now it's loud. Yeah, unfortunately, whenever I reintroduce the video capture, I don't know, whenever I close out OBS and start over, if for whatever reason it happens to stop capturing the sound, and I have to, even though it's showing the levels on here, I have to, like, delete it and re-add it. I just forgot to do that. whatever reason. You guys missed out on all the freaking David Bowie music. That breaks my heart. I don't remember Shamu looking like this. I could text him and see if he's what he's doing. Come on, get in the stupid speeder. Chris, let's give that a terrible opening song. You mean Angels of Promise, you monster? Come on. Wrestles? Yeah, periodically. No. Why am I hitting the wrong buttons? Let's jump. There we go. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, freaking Jimmy. Well, I guess you guys didn't hear the opening song. It was just me talking, so that probably wouldn't have been too interesting for you guys. Yeah, let me message Yaha and see what he's doing. Stream has potential. Dreamcast. Yep. Yeah, we can do some random games. Let's see. It's probably about midnight on the East Coast, and he has to work in the morning, so I doubt he can come. But let's see his name. There we go. Now, some attacks, we'll see what happens. Ian Talking's thank you. Lower. Okay, one sec here. Lower that just itty bitty bit. Better? Oh, yeah, I can see that. 11:45, yep. This guy's such a giant apartment. Oh yeah, we do have Quake 3. So we could play that for a bit as well. I find that game is hella hard with the standard controller though. Almost 40 and watching others play games. Yeah, the Dreamcast got a real bum rap, that's for sure. Hey Chief, how you doing, man? Yeah, PC version's pretty damn solid. Correctly, you go in here. Sleep pill prescriptions, we'll need that later. And freaking I think I was talking to Gorilla Jones, who worked in the industry, and we were discussing some of the concept about how PS2 hype kind of seriously derailed the Dreamcast. Because I don't know, ultimately to me the Dreamcast is still a pretty damn good system that deserved far better than it got. Oh yeah, David Bowie did pass away 3 years? No, 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Man, I freaking loved his latest album though. Ian, if you have... Okay. Ooh. I actually do not have that game. I need to pick that up, though. Fun fact. Worked at Funko Land, and I bought an import Dreamcast and charged... Oh, wow. Play 5 minutes. I killed the pre-order members. Come on, grab it. The soundtrack of this game is fantastic, especially once you get into more of the some of the crazier fights you're in, where it's like just David Bowie going full industrial. It's nuts. Now, this is Omicron Nomad Soul.
Oh, Gail, I thought I'd never see you again. Where have you been? I haven't heard from you. You mean to say you've lost your memory?
Might switch games here in a minute. I just kind of wanted to play this game because I really enjoyed this one.
They couldn't find you anywhere. You disappeared without a trace. I was sick with worry. I ended up thinking that you'd been arrested by the militia. And that they killed you.
PS2 was right in the corner.
You're an investigating agent
Hey,
in the
remember the scene
Omicron
from
police.
Demolition Man?
You were working on some... When I realized you disappeared, I tried to find Dan to ask him if he knew anything.
Oh yeah, they do have that really weird lowered living room.
I don't
and all
know
that.
anything about your investigations. You never told
God,
me.
I haven't watched Demolition Man in forever. I just want to check that one out again. I haven't watched it in a long time. Yeah, I won the Pride comp from Funko Land and landed myself a free. Damn, nice, man. You ever hear David Bowie, Trent Reznor? Oh, what? I am not aware of that, Zeromancer.
I'm so
I need
glad
to check
have
that
you
out.
back.
That sounds fantastic. Safi, where you going with that, man? Valley of the Giant, the Jolly Green Giant. Oh, okay, so gotcha. Oh, you got the fighting room here. Oh, Codename, what's up, man? How you doing? If anyone's really interested in like some cool like fabrication axe making videos, check out Codename. This stuff's fantastic. There's a really badass one where he takes like a chain, welds it long, and makes a handle out of it. It's badass. It's oddly specific. Taco Bell's everywhere. I think Lost Levels will fit in here just fine. It's the only result. Oh, oops. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here, pick up the gun. After the sexy time. The restaurant. Okay, awesome, man. Oh, I need to grab my badge at the desk. The badge was over here. No problem, man. Like, didn't realize I've been watching your channel for a while. Then when you came in the chat, I'm like, oh wait, same guy. No, restaurant. Oh yeah, you can pee in this game. Forgot about that. Sorry, guys. I forgot about that being a functionality there. Okay, in here, no shower. Get a shower through, yeah. Better things to do. Open this. That's where the badge is, I think. Oh, there it is. There's my badge. Red glass, how's it going? Yeah, pretty much. Like, you have, in this game, like, your interaction with her character is this, and then you have lunch with her, and then there's, like, one other scene with her. And that's it. But I think there's some branching stuff you can do where potentially you can get her back.
You just got back. Cal, I love you.
Ron seems great. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, every stream is like sitting in the living room with your friends playing shitty games. Fantastic. That's kind of the vibe I like to go for, just chillaxing and just being just having a good time. So no, Zavi, you said you were drinking some Yellowtail? Anyone else? Oh, actually, no. Who else was drinking rum and cokes? I remember this game being this jumpy. It might be this Dreamcast I'm using. $13.5. Hey, Card Freak, what's up, man? With live streams? I want to say I started doing it like towards the end of 2017, but then I was stuck doing an army training deployment for about 6 months in the middle of last year, so that kind of knocked the channel off from doing pretty much anything. Let's see. Oh, I gotta examine the badge. That's what it is. Yeah, so that kind of slowed us down. Oh, Jonathan, how's it going? Man, I missed the Dreamcast too. Let's see. Does this thing have a headphone? What now? How's the actual game? I don't know. I've always really enjoyed this game. It's got tank controls because this game's a really odd amalgamation of being a first-person shooter, action-adventure, third-person game. Really odd RPG elements to it, so it's kind of this weird. Also, it's a fighting game as well. So it's got all kinds of stuff to it. Can this be made into... God, I hope so. God, I would love if there was a freaking Netflix original Omicron game. Somehow did a digital recast of David Bowie and put him back in the game / TV show. Oh, sipping bourbon, hell yeah, man. Oh, Lost Levels is drunk and rum and coke, that's what you were saying. Yeah. But yeah, I would have done a ton more streaming, except the army base I was on just had garbage freaking internet, so I couldn't really do anything. Like, I was trying to play like a match of freaking PUBG, and now the internet was just so bad. Yeah, rum and cokes do that. They tend to make that type of... Hey, Starkophile, what's up, man? So I think we get a... There we go. Yeah, I think we get another. It's not karaoke. Never do that. Yeah, I found a lot of the army bars. That's kind of a big deal on weekends. Doing karaoke crap just because there's really not much else to do depending on where you're at. Wine pouring ASMR if you guys are interested in that. Oh man. I need to get back to streaming Thursdays more often. Center. Let's see. David Cage, I swear when I saw the first frame of this game just now, I thought it... Yeah, this was made by David Cage as well. And I think they might have taken this engine and gone to Inca Prophecy with it. But so this game doesn't have any of the, that's what we're looking for, QuickTime events. Dude, I can't sing unless you really enjoy Hop Pitch. When you're drunk, nobody, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, hell yeah, they got these cool looking robots in this game at 209. Man, the freaking, the manual this game came with has such great sketches in it. The lost levels, Trent Reznor himself, and there is something strangely musical about the noise, so just go with it. Just about to make a comment about the port. Oh, fantastic. It's bad. Young me actually thought Inca Prophecy was really... Oh, what? I freaking loved Inca Prophecy. I don't pretend it's anything other than just a fun little story. That, quite frankly, you don't really get that kind of experience in a lot of other games. You really just take the story and go somewhere fun and different with it. Okay. He's supposed to call me on the... I guess I gotta go to my office. So you like the first half before it got all like hobo flying fight simulator kind of thing? Alive and breathing is the first Xbox. Whose office is this? Badge. No, that's not my office. It's probably my partner. Celsius. I should have named it Celsius in the US. I think it was called Fahrenheit. I think right? I don't know. I know the North American re-release was Fahrenheit. Re-release? I can't talk. Ugh. Oh yeah, there's a fighting tournament. Gotta rob this guy out of his office here. That's a high-res portrait of a wall thing. Yeah, right? They used all the bits for that. Ian, when will you stream? I have to burn a copy of that game. I think that game goes for like $200, $300 now in the States. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like the Saturn enough to spend that much money. Even though I did just buy a bunch of freaking Saturn games for dirt cheap for some reason. I was like, why am I buying these? Some sort of remember the rest of us. Oh crap. Didn't mean to jump. Hey, Bouncer Brad, how you doing, man? Oops. Probably switch to a different game here in a minute, but yeah. Okay, so we got, here I'll put some other games on the table for you guys. So we got Kiss Psycho Circus, Jet Grind Radio, Dynamite Cop, Silver, Mackin. Let's see here, then we also have a whole bunch of other stuff like Spawn and crap ton of other games. Let's move over to Dynamite Cop. It is awesome. 2 votes to Dynamite Cop. Let's see here. Oh, I need to get Toy Commander. Actually, I think I passed up getting that one. Yeah, I'm gonna put on What's a dynamite cop for you, gents? One of these days, if I ever actually get big, I plan on doing I'll do a charity stream where we play all the way through freaking Omicron Nomad Soul, just cause. Fancy Star Online without the online, of course. I need to set that up. That'd be great. Why didn't Metal Gears? Oh, sorry, why didn't SNK port Metal Slug games today? There's a lot of stuff. I think a lot of companies were just pissed at Sega around that era, so some just didn't do it. But then again, SNK ported like what? Samurai Showdown, The Lost Blade, some other ones. Yeah, they ported those, but I don't know why they didn't do this one. I keep forgetting, like, the last time I had the opportunity, I passed up getting that game. I don't know why. Oh, yeah. The Dreamcast. You could play, PS1 games on the Dreamcast, right? I never love the Dreamcast interface. I feel like it was kind of the first system to really offer that, but then again, the Saturn kind of had a weird interface, but it didn't feel as just friendly as the Dreamcast.
We have to invade the ship, clear the pirates, and rescue the hostages, especially the president's daughter.
I have the Gran Turismo too. Oh, nice, man. Look at those abs. You know that guy doesn't know what carbs taste like. Oh, is the game too? Oh god, the game audio is crazy loud. One sec. Yeah, let me turn that down just a smidge. I might actually, hey, let me boost my gain here really quick. I think my mic might be kind of quiet. Let's do that. Game sounds like the 4th of July. Well, I mean, it is Dynamite Cop. And apparently I just exited out of the game somehow. I'm not sure how I did that. Ooh. Eddie Brown. Feeling Eddie Brown. I've seen this game.
Go, move it!
I try really hard, Tommy. I try really hard. I forgot that this game likes to, the safe. First lesson. So I forgot that this game uses the GD, or the, oh my god. I can't remember what the Dreamcast freaking save card is called right now. But it likes to randomly chirp at you once in a while when playing this game. VMU, thank you. God, I thought I was having a stroke there for a second. Yes, VMU, I'm well aware I'm playing Eddie Brown. Blast it. I forgot, like, one thing I thought was kind of neat about this, you can unlock the paintings and get, like, behind-the-scenes art. Oh, the battery probably is dead. I don't think I've changed this in probably since 1999. I'm pretty sure Dynamite Cop is actually the sequel to, Oh, catch you later, Lost Levels. Thanks for dropping in, man. Oh, wait, crap. Just push down, not punch. VMU's drink Sierra. Yeah, I can see that. Nice thing, though. They don't corrode, though, like other freaking batteries. Oh, yeah, freaking... Oh yeah, I got the portable nuke launcher here. Is that supposed to be a woman? Oh god. Ah. Oh. Ah. Got him. How dare you not say GameCube? OG Xbox, my favorite. Yeah, I was actually a pretty big fan of the Xbox. Once the Dreamcast went under, I was kind of like, I'm not going to PlayStation. Meh. Harumph. Oh. Drink some more wine here. I still love the fighting in this game. This one always felt way more smooth than the Die Hard arcade. Yeah, one of these days I plan on doing a Steel Battalion stream just for fun. What are we doing? Jump. This game is good. I only like the first-party games. I was never a big fan of the GameCube. I guess I could never get into the controller. Just the way they like completely went about changing the button layout just kind of drove me nuts. PlayStation forever. That was a Sega fanboy. Nope. Oh no. Wait, what? How'd I handcuff that guy? I've never done that before. Oh yeah, the GameCube does have Tonka Joe. The most infamous serial arsonist we've ever seen. Oh, that's punch. Oh, whoops. Guy's name's Furrier. That's kind of funny. I don't like 2D Marios. Oh, let's see which is more wine here. Oh. The remake of Star Fox Adventure. Wait, what? See Mario Sunshine. Yeah, I've been kind of. If I see stuff for the GameCube at a reasonably cheap price, I've been picking it up. Come on, beat his ass to the bag yet. Do you think I could explain that to the people that I shot a person threatening me with a baguette? You understand? The baguette. Piece of bread, a big one. Oh, God. Yeah, I do have Metroid for the GameCube. What did I grab there? Apparently, just wreck her face with cake. Oh, yeah, he'll responded. And he's going to bed. Jump. Y'all never wants to hang out. Bird, this is a game called Dynamite Cop on the Dreamcast. Yeah. Oh. Ah. No fair, that guy takes up like half the map. Hey, Gabber, what's up, dude? I'm pretty sure it is the same engine as Die Hard Arcade. I think this is actually the sequel. The size of Andrew the Giant. Yeah, I can see that. That's kind of cheap. This is one of those bosses in the arcade that's literally just designed to eat quarters. Because he has certain moves you can't break him out of without taking a hit. So I hate the Resident Evil Remake 2, for example. Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Haven't you found her yet? Never mind.
So I remember playing the Resident Evil 1 Remake on GameCube, and I guess I had forgotten how tanky the controls were, and so when I played it, I was like, oh god. Oh god. She wasn't even aiming at me, come on. Apparently I need like a bow and arrow. Alright. See, it's not really a remake, but they rebuilt it. Well, I mean, like, I don't know, it seems to me like the whole concept of a remake now is kind of skewed between they call it a reboot or a remake. That's the original remake. It's terrible. If you're not 30, you might not get it. Sorry. Some of these pirates all have random job costumes. Like, these guys are crab men for some reason. Or have crab backpacks. Crab people, crab battle. Yeah, the games that are optimized for the Dreamcast, they look freaking fantastic. But there are some games like Omicron where it kind of stutters a little bit. But most part, I want to say the Dreamcast gets like 60 frames per second on most games. At least most of the games ported to it anyway. So when you play Resident Evil Part 6, remember to hammer the button and wiggle the sticks. Oh, come on, VMU. Oh, apparently I can beat him with a giant half of a cow. Wasn't someone working at a mod for the Resident Evil 2 remake where they're trying to install the fixed camera perspective? I know I was watching Avalanche reviews where they had recently installed, or they'd figure out how to do a... Oh god. Trying to get these nukes. They're not gonna let me. There we go. Probably could have saved those, but... Oh my god. Let's destroy that guy. I don't know, he's still even walking. Have you guys watched the latest season of The Punisher yet on Netflix? Oh no! Just for some reason, this game reminds me of a sequence in that show where like he's fighting 4 cops in an elevator, and it's just fantastic. Just threw a gun to her face. Canceled Netflix a long time ago. It's fun to play short sword. Fair enough. Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about the freaking octopus monster fight in this game. Let's see. Beat of the Crowns instead of beef. Oh yeah, that mod is out. Okay. Random damage has always been around though. Graphics were sharper on the Dreamcast, but also as good as 3DFX port on PC. Huh. Ugh. What are these? I don't understand how the pirates have a giant octopus working for them. Seems entirely unfair. I mean, like, how do you even, like, get something like that to work with you? I mean, like, you just... You bribe it with, like, mackerel? Like a dolphin? Is that how it works? I seriously thought about this evening actually just streaming Avalanche Reviews stream. He's playing Parasite Eve right now. Yeah, I remember his Japanese ink block paintings from the 18th century and The Fisherman's Wife and all that. Taking you back. Let's see, I've been playing Resident Evil since it first came out. On PlayStation 1. Oh crap. Oh, I was hoping I could grab those health packs, but apparently you could not. See, I have a hack for a survivor that restores life. Oh, hell yeah. Does the bag have a pixie kiss? Yes, he does. The president's daughter is in it.
No!
Just beat a power up out of that guy. Yeah, Jeremy Dixon sent me a light gun for the PS1. I'm not sure if that one was on that particular console. I thought it was.
You're nothing!
You're nothing. I do love Nemesis. Please, Capcom, no remake. Uh-oh. I'm concerned about how this fight's gonna go if they keep multiplying. Cool, Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy's pretty awesome. Oh god. There's going to be a remake of Resident Evil 3. Well, I mean, they already have the assets that they remade 2 with, so they're probably going to recycle that into 3 for sure. Ugh. Let's drink some more wine. One sec. Catch up on the chat. A 95, 98 PC. Oh, that's pretty fun. I think people guard nostalgia too hard. Ultimately, I'm kind of the camp that I'm like, if they want to remake the game, they're more than welcome to. I mean, they just kind of re-invite younger generations into what your original passion was. What do you does. It's kind of, especially younger generations who have issues with graphics. They're like, oh, I can't play this, it looks terrible. But yeah, you definitely see your point. Like, there are some games that, like, in my opinion, really... It's almost like when you remake a movie, you know? It's the same value isn't there, but I think it has a lot to do with the time it hit you when it came out, especially in your life. That's a big, crucial factor in video games that a lot of people don't think about when those games come out, or when they came out. Exactly, the younger generation doesn't get it. Well, I mean, one thing I'd be thankful about being in this, like, the 30 to 40 age group, if you're, where I say, like, late 20s to 40 age group right now, you got to experience gaming at its infancy and ultimately at its greatest revolutions and highest peaks. Or, yeah. Oh. Sorry, I'm about halfway through this bottle. I'm getting kind of buzzed. So my discussion points might be a little blurry. But it's kind of fascinating for the most part, so... Like, my daughter, she's about 18 months now. It was kind of funny. I was letting her play with, like, a Game Gear and some other handhelds. And instead of hitting the buttons on the controllers, or at least the buttons on the systems, she would flip it sideways and start poking the screen. Because she associates the screen with the control interface, because that's just where this generation currently is. So it's kind of really amusing to me. Because poking the screen wouldn't be my first go-to when handling a device. Buzz Gaming's about it. Oh yeah. It's okay, we're gonna Marty McFly. Oh yeah. 34 and was very lucky to experience gaming. I'm like, oh yeah. Am I hitting that guy with pepper? Didn't know that. Oh, it's great. Ah, and he got me. I know, it's just amazing to think that essentially our generation is the first and the last to experience a world with and without internet. Punch. Where do you hire pirates like that? Fucking Shark Man. Wow, I think I shouldn't have beat this game. That's the one thing I really like about Dynamite Cop over Die Hard Arcade. You have unlimited continues for the most part, where Die Hard Arcade you have 3. Let's see, my son played Resident Evil 2 Remake, I just wasn't impressed. Fair enough, man. It looked fun to me. I've never been into survival horror games. Oh man, arcades are fantastic. One of my one of my dreams is I want to go open a barcade in downtown Meridian, Idaho. Just bring like 80s retro arcades with a bunch of game systems or a bunch of arcade systems that are 25-cent plays. It'd be fantastic. Let's see here. Yep. Game Shark passwords and memory cards, especially when you went to go and try to save. This memory card was full. Damn. It's not like what is that? It's like an M16 M4 frame with a random crocodile head on the end. Let's make it a better rifle. Oh yeah, M16 upper and lower, yeah. We did it. Yeah. Okay.
Watch out!
Oh, oh no.
Stupid fools. Your captain is long dead. He's fish bait by now.
Mask de Pedro. That's not how you axe. It really isn't. Hey John, how's it going, man? Oh crap, I'm in the chat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Dreamcast actually had a better frame rate than most of the systems of the era. Like, Dreamcast consistently typically had about 60 frames per second, I think. I could be making this up. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering reading that from somewhere. Main Event Boxing, how's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, Binary Bond, how's it going? I just had a fake McRib. Then I remember Historic Nerd had a video on military. Oh god, yeah, the MRE McRib. Legit, when you put the sauce on it, they taste pretty similar. If you don't, like, if you take the onion off, it's pretty close. But the MRE doesn't have the same bread. But yeah. Oh man. So if you're really ever like hampering her for a McRib, just let me know and I could probably get you an MRE. A pork-shaped square pork, no, a square-shaped pork patty. So that's a mill rib.
Help me!
Let's see. Did you buy a Dreamcast from new? So this Dreamcast, the one I'm playing right now, is one I bought from a dude on Let Go. But I do have my original Dreamcast that I bought in early 2000, late 99 still. Letting that one sit on the shelf still. I've been using this one just to make sure my other one lasts longer. Oh god, I forgot you could throw random stuff. This guy's a pirate. He's kicked my ass. What? Oh my god, he's blocked all that. Never bring a gun to a ninja explosion fight. Oh man. This is like that boss they just make you really pay for. Man, I haven't had an MRE in ages. I hope they have not improved. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you there are certain ones that I liked that other people hated that they got rid of a long time ago, like the little finger hot dogs. I love those, but some people call them the fingers of death. God, my least favorite one of all time has to be pork sausage and gravy. That one just, oh, it's the worst. I would like to hit this guy. Oh my god, how do you even dodge this guy? Oh god, yeah, the vegetarian one. Ugh. Well, they have like a vegetarian ravioli one that's just disgusting. Never been a fan of that one. Let's see, but it gave it to my nephew in 2002 when I got a PS2 when Sega stopped making the console apart. Oh. Yeah, when Sega withdrew from the hardware business, I was like, no. I want to say I was watching like X-Play or something like that, or G4 TV when they announced it. I used to have a job that made prototype airdrop containers for MREs. Ooh. Surprised they even made containers to drop those and just throw them out of the back of the plane in cardboard boxes. They'd be just fine. You got time machine? No. No, I mean, let's see, there was a chicken pasta that was... Oh, the chicken pesto pasta? That one's pretty good, actually. That's one of my favorites. It also comes with Patriot cookies, the army version of animal crackers. Dude, I remember paying a kid like $5 for a pack of those in basic. It's so good. Like some Willy Wonka. Come on, me get you. I want some American cookies now. Let's see, I think if you go to... I don't know if you have Winco... Wait, actually, I think Winco sells components to MREs. I think you might be able to pick up some Patriot cookies if you really want some. They're actually pretty damn good. But there was a new one I had recently. I was doing a... It was a spur ride for the cavalry unit with, and it was like a cherry cobbler. It actually wasn't too bad. I was kind of like pleasantly shocked at how good it was. Where are those bullets even coming from? It's like they're shooting out of his eye. Ah, come on, we gotta go now. Never tried it, never will. Wait, wait, what? We did it! Damn boys need fed from food, not toxic spinach. Yeah, I've never been to tofu at all. We beat Dynamite Cap. Hey, Sam Bill the Doom, what's up, man? Oh yeah, they're freaking, yeah, you can still get Popeye spinach. I think I saw it at Walmart not too long ago. You don't know what tofurkey is, dude. No. Isn't that a tofu turkey, is what I'm thinking of here? Just never, I don't remember if I ever actually dated a vegetarian or not. Honestly, I was too much of an asshole when I was dating back in the day to be like, nah, I'm good, I'm not gonna give up meat, sorry. That's kind of hilarious looking. So, do you remember, in terms of like the grossest chicken-shaped product I've ever had, was the MRE chicken breast? You plop that thing out of the bag, it just smells exactly. Well, no, it smells how I imagine like canned liquid cat food would taste. It's pretty gross. Let's do some Jack 9 Radio. I played that one. I think I played Jack 9 Radio in. God, it's probably since the freaking Dreamcast came out because I lost my copy of that game. So much so, I think I don't know what this is. I think I don't know why I still call it Jet Set. Hey, Rewind Mike, what's up, man? How you doing? Did Avalanche Jared stop streaming? Oh, he did stop streaming. Okay. Just finished. Okay. Just hanging, about to fly some X-Wings? Playing Battlefront or something like that, Mike? Ah, okay. That dolphin meat tastes amazing. I feel like anything that has like remote sentience probably tastes just fantastic.
Jet Rhino Radio!
Surprised they haven't remade this game or done a new sequel to this on a next-gen console. Or like something in the Switch involving motion controls. You have to like pump your arms to skate faster or some crap like that. Harambe burgers are the best burgers. Okay, for PS3.
Jet Rhino Radio!
So this is going this blind. I haven't touched this game in like
Let's get scratching.
19 years at this point, so let's see how it goes.
Cannot be found on any map called Tokyo, but everyone just calls it Tokyo. The two hottest things in the streets of Tokyo are the punk.
Oh, who's that here?
Magnetically driven.
I'll catch you later, Chris. Thanks for dropping in, man. Always good to see you.
And batteries and Jet Set Radio. A pirate
I hate the American emblem.
manned by the DJ Professor K. Nothing but non-stop hardcore music. Those street punks have been named Rudies.
You ready to
People of
shake
Tokyo.
that joystick?
They roam the streets and cover the city with their personal graffiti, claiming that it is their way of expressing themselves to the world. However, ever since the metropolitan government and the financial conglomerate, the Rupkaka Group, combined their efforts...
The Blair Witch Project was real.
The 21st Century Project, the streets of Tokyo have never been the same again. Police crackdowns on the Rudies have become more severe, and Captain Onishima is more anxious than ever to put them behind bars.
But really, I
Streets
haven't
of
eaten a lot of
Tokyo
those meat.
are
Fair enough,
ready
man.
to explode.
Ah, you see, I've had never had crocodile, never had kangaroo. I've had emu. I've had iguana. That was pretty good. Never had possum.
Hey, you!
A wallaby. Aren't wallabies like really friendly? You hold down the right trigger and jump, pressing the A button. Pronounced emu, not emu. All of these look fat and juicy. Oh, jeez. I'm not sure the point of what I'm doing here is. Yeah. Wasn't paying attention. I was too busy reading the chat about eating wallabies. A wallaby is a fatter version of the kangaroo. Oh, okay. Fried jellyfish. Ah, crap. I should have watched what you wanted me to do. Come on, there we go. I don't remember what to do. I'm drinking too much. Oh, hell yeah, Rocket's Modern Life. So remember I was at a Japanese restaurant in a little town called Yanai, and they had, what was it? Cuttlefish that they had just basically killed, and like they had the nerve stem sliced on the side, so you'd reach in with your chopsticks and pull out the nerve stem. And that was just delicious. Actually pay attention to what she's doing here, because I was not paying attention. So she skates that way, skates that way. Okay. What's it mean? You a frequent Tinder user there, Colin? Come on. I just want to jump on the stupid car. Oh my god. There we go. That took forever. Yeah, I've also eaten ass. It's a joke on the whole Tinder thing. You're like, by the way, you know, whatever. Tinder user. The joke is, eat ass, yeah. Oh. Degeneracy not for me. I'm out.
Nice.
Fair enough, Rex. Tinder, Organ Harvester Central.
Hey, you.
Okay, now what button was it to... Left trigger, okay.
Nice.
What? Oh, I didn't grab the... That's what it was. I'm dumb. Oh yeah, MySpace. That was a total thing. There we go. Oh yeah, live journal, that was a thing. I had a buddy who had a journal on there, he used to read all the time.
Hey, you.
Yo!
I think I still have my Friendster account. Interesting, an image of me from 2004. That'd be intriguing. That also was a thing. I still have it in LiveJournal. Did LiveJournal ever make the jump to the later 2000s? Oh, I need to get 100 paint cans? What? Wait. Okay, I think I did. Probably doing this wrong. Facebook is old-fashioned. What are the kids using these days?
Yo!
Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, jeez. That was a MySpace emo of the universe. Oh, God. Punish me, made me go bull. MySpace back in the day had an official name. Oh, God. We're back when they were... So glad the FBI destroyed them. Oh, God, come on. That was a bad jump. This is my first Dreamcast game. Kids these days are using drugs. I wasn't and lost my head. Okay, good this time. Oh. Now I'm ready to do this game. I really need to try and hold a conversation with people while randomly crossing my arms back and forth. Ian is spitting the whistle blow. Oh, I didn't know you could sketch in this game. Forgot about that. Oh man, if the Dreamcast had had a second analog stick, it would have been perfect. Zombie Adventures, Blue Stinger were in mine. Yeah. Mel Black. Hi, I'm making a game like Final Fantasy. Like Final Fantastic. Go on. No, it's Ian Cactus blowing up ass and same thing else with the FBI. How do you grab onto these things? Why? Oh, you got me, Colin. You got me. Oh, whoops. I didn't pay attention to where he went after he went up the hill. Let's see here. Let's catch up on the chat. Music turns... oh, alright, John. Good for you. There was no way to consent. And don't inhale. Have a week off of college thanks to the snow. Oh, nice. Vcash, how's it going? HN is another one of my one-sided friendships I have with a podcast and stuff. Ah, okay. I love demanding you do a backflip. Oh. Yeah, I can't hear the music as well on this one because I'm not running it through my upscaler to pipe it into my ear. So I just kind of have it vaguely going on the TV. Why is it too early? We've been here forever. Watching this makes me want to play Sketchin' on the freaking, or Skitchin' on the Genesis. I have a corncob pipe, only because General MacArthur had one. Does that make sense? That you're listening to me, VCatch, that you're listening to me in the background as you listen to a podcast? That kind of you're doing? Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I was not paying attention. There we go. Got it. Hated sketching. Oh, come on, John. Drink some more wine here while I catch up on the chat here. I'm passing out. I'll catch you later, Kevin Ball. Thanks for dropping in as always, man. Sketching was a great game. Watching this makes me want to play street hockey with Jimmy Hoppin. I'd love to see that. That'd be fun. Use a glass pipe. And use rocks instead of tobacco. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Vcash. Oh god.
Nice.
Oh crap. Better watch out. Coming at Jack.
Yo!
Catch you later, man. Thanks for dropping in as always, dude. Everyone really bad labors. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be gone for next 2 weekends, so if I get to stream in now, I can. As gaming, yeah, he's still alive. He's just been working really, like, way hard on his X-Band video. And I think he's looking at maybe moving across country or something along those lines, so I think might be slowing down his video production process. Yeah, come on. No. I need to... Where was the area that dude was doing the thing? Boo, he won't be around for 2 weeks. Yeah. Is it over here? No. Okay, where was that guy? Yeah, unfortunately, I got army crap to do. Let's see, this is the best YouTube. Aw, thanks, man. It's unaware of it. Yeah. I don't think I had enough speed when I came down then. Oh, ah. Yeah, God, I swear he's been working on that X-Men video since, I want to say June of last year. Because when he did the Absolute Rose Street video, and then he kind of went into working on the X-Men video, but the crazy thing about that, though, like, he keeps unlocking more and more people want to talk. Oh, God, come on. Go. Nope. Like, more and more people from the project want to talk to him about it, so that's been really, really fascinating. So, no, tomorrow, actually, I managed to get Michael Katz from Atari and early Sega. Okay. Ah, did it. There we go. Sorry, I have an interview with Michael Katz tomorrow. Hopefully that'll come together. For my next video project that I'm working on. Gee, you better pray to God of chemical weapons and I don't hang myself in result of this. Oh, man. Well, I guess apparently they already have it working for the most part. I guess the only issue they haven't quite conquered yet is some of the latency problems, which is really fascinating. Catch you later, Vcash. Thanks for dropping in, man.
Nice.
Ah. X-Men was never a thing here. Hmm. I don't think X-Band was a big thing in, like, cause I grew up in more rural California, so the X-Band didn't really make its debut there. We had a Sega Channel was a thing, but that was about it. Yeah, latency is huge. Yeah, especially with, like, fighting games and things like that in the era. Because I think they solved the latency issue back then by having it, I guess, dumped directly onto, like, it would connect you via local, like your local phone connection, and then it would just immediately dump you into... Well, sorry, it would immediately connect your phone line with the other person you were going up against, because it would try and find someone local if possible. This might be a bad tactic you blow up. Oh no, Zavi. I mean, it is Thursday, so I mean, some people do have to work Fridays. Unlike me, who managed to get 410s most of the time, but... the next week is gonna suck, because it's gonna be freaking 9 days straight of work. But
Over the hood, through the streets, and right into your brain. We're transmitting our signal straight to you.
All I can see is that K he has tattooed on his forehead. Mini Friday. It's Friday, 5:06. Oh yeah, you're in the future, Colin.
Professor K. Jet Set Radio.
Tuesday to Friday. Certainly the way to do it.
Are fighting for the Tokyo streets. In the west, from Benton-Cho, the city of the night, we got those high-tech maniacs, those mad machines, the noise tank. And in the east, from Kogane-Cho, the city of the sunset.
I'm not sure I could take myself seriously getting out of bed in the morning if I dressed up in a weird little sea monster costume. Not a tattoo, it's a brain. Do you think it's like his whole DJ thing, like if he failed and didn't make it as a DJ in this whole revolution, do you think people would hire him with that, like, branded on his forehead?
Or maybe it was the noise tank trying to send a system crash through the whole city. Listen up,
let's see, are the NES Dogbone controllers bigger than... Actually, not really. I'd say they're kind of smaller. If you want a Gabber, if you want a visual representation, hang on one sec.
Because a whole load of trouble is heading your way.
One sec here. Stretch into my army training dress as a sea monster. Oh my god, that would go over so well. Let's see. But hey, so if you check this out, so here's your standard North American square controller, and then your Dogbone. So they're kind of roughly the same size. Dogbone's a little smaller, but yeah. You're not my real dad. Yeah, they are quite a bit more comfy, I'll give them that. Enemy file detected. Yes. Nice. Famicom best. So I have a top-loader Famicom that Jimmy Hoppa sent me. Why is Ian so handsome? Think. Yeah, clearly I'm using a hologram to project my face. Ah. Actually, I might switch games here, actually. I'm playing this one for a bit. So let's toggle over to... I'm going to torture you guys with Kiss Psycho Circus for a little bit, because the game's just so weird. It's a personal favorite of mine. Don't know why, but it just is. I like Kiss games. Best. Beat it. Oh god, I hate Kiss. I love it. People just keep fleeing the live stream the second I announce we're gonna be playing Kiss. So you play this for a minute, then we got a variety of other games you can play as well. What's another weird one? Do the Shenmue intro. Come on. So I always love the fact that this game exists because John Romero pissed off his entire development crew while working on Daikatana. And, like, I want to say half of them left with the source code. And they started their own little quick company called, like, Tremor Entertainment. And then they put this game together using the Daikatana freaking engine that they had, basically. Gene Simmons. Yeah, I just mentioned that they got no Kiss music in it. Rock and roll all night, party every day. I'm enjoying my fiance's Famicom, along with her other systems that she's sending from... Oh, damn, nice, man. Make Psycho story shit. Oh, man. The Solar Spawn guard these artifacts jealously. Go now, Avatar. I will aid you in whatever way I can. Oh man, it's always so weird, like the way they got around the lack of 2 analog stick controllers was like they just added the buttons are your directions. You just look around with your Kind of surprised the game Kingpin never got ported to the Dreamcast. That game was badass, despite how gory it was. John Romero. Yeah, it was John Romero. Oh my god, John Romero is involved with Daikatana. Why is it? A lot of it has to do with ego. And John just not really working on... there's a lot there. The book Masters of Doom, like, kind of digs into it quite a bit. But it's kind of this really fascinating tale of just hubris and how John just really kind of felt like he was a rock star and was just given way too much money. I like the Wonder Swan. Oh, yeah. think it was Rex Warden talking about the hidden secrets of Japanese game developers and the fact that the WonderSwan creator, who essentially came with the Game Boy as well as a Virtual Boy, was like taken out in a Yakuza-style hit by Nintendo. Thought that was kind of fascinating. At least that's the way the story is portrayed. I'm not necessarily like can't prove it. Look at this masterpiece. Yeah, right? It's a giant screw you project. Let's see, Master of Doom or Prepare to Meet Thy Doom? Masters of Doom. Actually, I haven't read Prepare to Meet Thy Doom yet. It's on my list of books to order. Yeah, I actually ordered the Ultimate Gamer, the Ultimate History Gamer Guide, or whatever the book's called, for one quote. I ordered that one. All Japan is mafia. Okay, let's switch over to, let's do some Quake 3 for a minute. See how that one is. Narrated by Wesley Crusher. Shut up, Wesley. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to turn the Dreamcast off. I mean, Will Wheaton. Where's Quake 3? Where are you at? There. Ooh, Power Stone. These two are kind of required. Let's play some Quake 3 for a minute here. God, I haven't watched Code Monkey since I was in college. I remember watching them on Netflix years ago, putting them on in the background as I was writing papers. They understand the thin line between money and artistic freedom. Could see that. How about those review scores for Donkey Konga? You know, I actually found Donkey Konga at a thrift store. Oh my god, that startup, right? Forget everything about the Dreamcast startups is fantastic. Oh, I apologize for the seizures I'm going to give anybody. I remember that being leaked as a teaser trailer for Quake 3 Online back in, like, 1990? No, sorry, 1999? No, 98, right? Because this came out 98, 97 for PC. Duke Nukem's dead. What did happen to George Romero? You mean John Romero, or... George Romero is a zombie. Prefer Unreal Tournament 99. Fair enough. Yeah, John Romero, he actually... So he went and did his whole thing. His company kind of went under. And then, well, Ion Storm. Like, they made a couple good games, but they kind of went under and got absorbed by IDOS. Then he went on and did some other projects, mostly like small mobile stuff after that. And I think he's working on... I think he just did a Kickstarter for like level expansions for the original Doom recently was his thing. George A. Romero. Was it God? You have to live on hardtack. It's not the Civil War, 7 People to Doom, so thankfully I do not. Wait till I didn't think Hardtack was that bad. At least the Civil War stuff I tried. Well, I mean, Hardtack's is kind of a weird bread.
Damien.
Why is it burn when I pee? Clearly you've been a naughty boy, touching yourself at night.
Tank Jr.
So you want to find a copy of Dungeon Dangerous Dave? Oh. God, that'd be kind of hard to find now, because I think they did... What was it? Gamer's Edge, right? Was the magazine they did that in? Oh, was it buffering for you guys? How's it going, Bryce? Sorry, one sec. My dog is crying outside my door. Hang on. Yeah, that noise was my dog coming into the office because she was being a fussy outside the office door. Yeah, so that's aim. It's so awkward now to have it with this game where you aim with your left hand and your left thumb instead of the right. It's so awkward. God, freaking the Dreamcast. This game would have been perfect with the second analog stick, and I really wish somehow someone knew how to make an extra stick with Dreamcast. Oh god, nope, nope, I don't want to die, not like this. It's so awkward. I feel like if it gets two of these analog sticks would be perfect. Ah. Wouldn't be surprised. Millennials, baby boomers upload the most crap. Facebook. God, this is so hard aiming with the left stick with my left thumb. Like my brain is just not used to this. Oh god. It's inverted-ish too. Oh god, it's so hard with the other stick. Oh god. I need to go get at the mouse and keyboard. Oh god. Ugh. Original Xbox is the Dreamcast. Yeah, basically. Considering, like, basically, all the crap that Microsoft learned about console making, they learned while they were working on stuff for the Dreamcast. There we go. Okay. My god, that's awkward. Oh, man. Yeah, freaking the Dreamcast port of this game is pretty much the best. I remember, like, gaming magazines at the time touting it. like showing side-by-side screenshots of Wall Street feel that morning. You ever played the Dreamcast version of Quake 3 with the stock controller? It's just maddening. Because it literally, you're fighting with 20 years of like learned gaming knowledge at this point. I suppose you should be, zombie. Ah.
Crash wins.
Oh yeah, there was Quake. Wasn't there Quake 2 on the N64? Let's see. According to Service Games, and the deal breakers is Microsoft deal. Yep. That is the source I found. But I also found another source from what's his name? God, I just did a video on this. I can't remember the former exec from Microsoft who was under Bill Gates. Talking about one of their main reasons was that just Sega was just kind of a weird company to work with. They weren't sure they wanted to buy them out.
Welcome to Quake 3 junk heater. Walk over and
Still playing Star Wars, Mike, or now? But now when I go back to any other console freaking shooter, my brain is going to be permanently rewired to this. Give her, there we go, yeah. 14 HP, she's gonna get me. Nope, nope, no. Saying is that nerdy kid that all the girls like, but still. God, that's more accurate than a. Yeah. No, Quake 3 was multiplayer only. I don't recall there ever being a campaign mode, unless someone can correct me. I remember being just a big online arena game was the whole concept they're going for, because John Carmack was kind of like, hey, this is what the Unreal guys are doing. We need to counter their whole Unreal Tournament project. Even though Unreal 1 had a fantastic freaking campaign.
one frag left.
Got her. There we go. Wasn't there a port of this to the PS2? Oh yeah, there was a Quake 3 port as well. And actually, honestly, it looks better on Dreamcast. It was supposed to be a Babylon 5 game. I'm trying to remember. It's gonna be like a. Or that being a big deal. So we're talking to my brother back in like 98. We're like, oh my god, man, the Dreamcast. It looks like PC level graphics, man. Check this out.
Ranger.
God, I couldn't imagine trying to do one of those rocket jumping challenges.
I've taken the lead.
Oh, crap, how do I... Oh god! It came out of the right. Soul Calibur sold me on the Dreamcast, but I didn't have the money. Yeah. So like what sold me on the Dreamcast was my best friend. He got a Dreamcast launch day, And him and I went over to his house. We played through Sonic Adventures all the way on the first day. It was badass. And that sold me on the Dreamcast. And then we did then me and him, like, we spent, like, God, I don't know how much time playing, like, a weird little chibi game on the freaking VMUs. Making those things, like, crazy strong. Oh God. Oh God. Who would win in a fight, Quake Guy or Doom Guy? So I think I want to say Quake Guy actually changes game to game, because Quake 1 is a different antagonist, Quake 2 is a different storyline almost entirely, and then not Quake 3, I'm thinking Quake 4, they go back to the Quake 2 storyline. Oh God, he can wreck me. Practice your rocket jump. Yeah. I think my issue with the controller is I'm trying to move with instead of an analog stick with the A, B, X, and Y is your directional pad. It kind of breaks my brain momentarily when I'm trying to jump and shoot at the same time. Makes it really difficult. Yeah, how's it going, man? Oh boy. Sec here. No, the controls are okay. No worries, man. Hey, Mike, what are you doing tonight? You want to jump in on this? Yeah, if you jump into my Discord, man, I'll drag you into the private chat. Oh, you out of here, Michael? Thanks for dropping in, man. Always good to see you. Such a bit of face is spazzing out. Oh, here we go, one sec. Okay, your mic's muted, but you're in the chat.
That was me.
How's it going? Oh God, damn it!
Star Wars.
You played the Star Wars. Battlefront 1 or 2?
No, Battlefront, the new Battlefront 2.
Okay.
I rather like it.
I'm so mad at Star Wars right now. I'm just like, nah, not doing it.
Just as long as it's got the lasers going across the screen when I'm looking at battles and the big, machines and that whole cinematic thing that Star Wars has in their battles, I'm sold, man. I'm just there for the battles, the big battles with the crazy guns and stuff like that, you got Wookiees on one side, you got jetpack soldiers on the other side, like, it's just so cool and weird, but I'm trying to get back into it because they're adding the original modes from Battlefront 2 where you do like the galactic battle where you go from ship to ship and try to get inside the other player's ship and blow it up or whatever. Like, have you played the original Battlefront 2?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so they're adding in the capture the point mode, which they didn't have. Like, how are you not gonna have a capture the point mode? Like, I don't know. I feel like it's...
Because I played the beta for 1, and then I was kind of like, eh. And then like within, God, I felt like it wasn't even out like a year before they announced Battlefront 2.
It was, I think it was maybe a year and a half, something like that.
Yeah, it felt way fast. I'm like, nah, not buying that because they're just gonna release Battlefront 3 here in a minute.
No, they actually have like a nice roadmap planned out for this with like new content that they're
that's good.
adding, and everything is free. Like they didn't even have a season pass for this one. So I was like, you know, I was kind of sold on it already because I hate when games. I love when games add extra maps. I hate when they charge for them because the only thing you're doing at the end of the day is splitting up your player base.
So I remember when, God, it was Xbox Live when Left 4 Dead 1 came out. They were charging for the maps, but all the PC users got the maps free.
Well, no. Here's the thing, actually. I believe like the Scion was the big thing at the time, so Toyota had actually paid for that first Left 4 Dead DLC to be free.
Really?
Yes, but every other subsequent DLC after that, that didn't happen for it. But that very first DLC, somebody had actually completely paid for it so that it would be free for everybody.
Yeah, that is. That's
Yeah,
Toyota
really
CEO. I
weird.
really like Left 4 Dead, and I want everybody to play with me. It just drops all the money.
Well, they had the Toyota Scion game out at the time too, like, which was like delisted after like 2 months. But it's such a bad like.
God, I can't aim. That's so hard with the freaking one analog stick. It breaks my brain every time.
I wouldn't be able to
Left 4 Dead.
to do this.
It's way harder than. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna switch games to. Let's do Sonic Adventures for a little bit. Let's do that.
Yes, Sonic Adventures.
Or we could play Cut Scene the Game, Guts Revenge.
What?
Sword of the Berserk.
I mean, with a title like that, I mean, Sonic Adventure, fucking move over.
Have you ever played Sword of the Berserk?
No, but is it anything like the anime or
Yeah,
manga?
it's based on the anime, yeah.
All right, let's do. I'm sold.
No, I'm
already.
doing
I
Sonic
have no
Adventures here for a
idea.
minute, but yeah.
I am sold.
But yeah, holy crap, that
Yeah.
game has, like, I swear to God, you fight 2 sequences, and then it has literally a half hour of cutscenes.
What, Berserk?
Yeah, Berserk, it's fantastic.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, Colin,
Dude,
maybe when
watch that.
I jump on later and we play that, we can bring you in.
Yeah, like I said, my buddy's on his way here from work. He gets out late. We usually just hang out and play some Star Wars.
Aren't you on the
or
East
something
Coast?
for a little bit. Yeah,
It's like 1 a.m. there?
it's 1:30 right now.
Damn. You work tomorrow or no?
Nope.
Nice.
Ugh. Oh man, I remember turning this game on for the first time, dude.
God, I remember watching this like in Software Etc. They had this game console in the corner and this like sequence going, and I'm like, holy shit!
I was blown away by this console when it came out, man. I loved it.
Mhm.
Hey, how quick it died. So fast it felt like we were already on to the next consoles after this came out.
Mhm.
It's insane, man, because this... I don't want to say it could have kept up with the PS2, but it could have been like the Wii in the fight, you know? Like...
I do not have C-Man. No, here's the thing, like, so the Dreamcast... I still feel like the Dreamcast and the PS2 were not that far apart in terms of, like, graphical resources. It just, like, the PS2 was had such an effective hype machine behind it that it just literally all the developers that were working on Dreamcast stuff just shot Sega in the back and just immediately jumped ship over to the freaking PS2.
The whole piracy thing, too, that was like, well known, you know? It wasn't
I'd say the piracy hurt it, but it wasn't the... I mean, here's the thing, like, if piracy was as bad as Sega claimed it was, they would have sold millions of more Dreamcasts. Because people would have been like, oh, I can get all these free games for the Dreamcast. All I gotta do is buy a Dreamcast and then, like, set up the pirate stuff for it. But, so I don't necessarily believe that that's the catalyst that, like, really killed it. But that's me.
No, I mean, it's definitely, like, one of the nails, though, because, like I said, I wouldn't want to develop for a console if my game was going to be bought X amount of times and then downloaded and burnt another X amount of times, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
That's the only thing. It's not so much it was their fault, it was just developers were like, shit, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? I mean, I was still buying games for years. I didn't know about being able to burn CDs.
Yeah, I never
didn't
did
have a
that.
CD
I never did.
burner.
I remember freaking, like, towards the end of the system's life when, like, friggin' retailers were getting rid of games for it, I was still looking for other copies. I'm like, where's Shenmue? I need to get Shenmue. Where is it? I had to go to like a secondhand store to get Shenmue.
How ignorant we were.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think like games would always be, purchasable at some retail level, but God, I was very.
You need to get Fantasy Star
'Cause-
Online as well. Yeah, I need to do that.
Because, like, at the time when PS1 was out, you were still able to get, like, NES games and stuff in the store. Like, they weren't at every store, but you were still able to find them in stores and stuff like that. So, like, I don't know. I always thought, like, these games would always be stocked. I was so fucking stupid. I was like, Dreamcast games, I'll get this one again. Fuck Tech Romancer, fuck this. Yeah, right. Like, yeah, right. I don't believe so. I don't know.
Twain Corral. Not really.
Yeah, no.
No.
That dang blue hedgehog in his fast running shoes. Look at him collecting coins and moving around to the speed of sound. God, these turns were so janky.
Yeah, I feel like the funny thing is I feel like Sega like smoothed a lot of these out in the later games, but ultimately they kind of like neutered those games in their like challenge base, to where like you don't even really need a second analog stick for them. Like
Yeah.
Sonic Forces, I thought was garbage.
That was a GameCube game, right?
Well, Sonic Forces is the one that just came out recently, like I think last year, or not last year, 2017 actually.
Oh, that game. Okay. I didn't play that. That's the. I see what you're saying. It's got the.
See,
Like,
what's
2D
here? Collins,
stages.
see, piracy did kill the Dreamcast in Australia because the major retail chains weren't selling games for it. Oh.
It's the only thing I could think of, man.
Interesting. I don't know, 'cause, like, I can't remember who it was. I think Gorilla Jones, who worked for a particular, like, couple gaming magazines back in the 90s, was talking about how some of the companies he was doing distribution work with literally just started dumping Dreamcast stock the second they found out about the PS2. And so, like, the hype machine behind that just, like, murdered it. But yeah, Sega freaking went into the fight. Like, they already had a disadvantage just because they pissed everybody off so bad with the Saturn.
I mean, I didn't buy into the Saturn, so I wasn't really too
And
burned up about that.
I didn't really care for the Saturns. I didn't really do anything about it back in the day.
I got talked out of it actually because I had rented it from Blockbuster, and my mom was like, "You're either gonna get
shit.
the new Sega system, or you're gonna get something else." So I rented the Saturn. I loved it. I got like Virtua Fighter Kids and like something else, and I was like, "Oh, I love this. This is Knights probably or something like that." I was like, "Oh, I love this. We're doing the Sega Saturn." I go into like Walmart to get the Sega Saturn, but dude's like, "Yo, man, Sega's dying, bro. You want to get this see this PlayStation right here, man? You want this?" And I was like, "Well, all right. It's got Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Let's do this."
Man, you were swayed pretty easy.
Well, yeah, so I wound up getting my first 32-bit game was a 16-bit arcade port.
Tap on panel number 1. It will take you to panels 2 and 3. Jump as soon as you land on a panel or else you'll fall.
That's fantastic.
I'm definitely happy, that I went with that.
Yeah, so I jumped from the Genesis over to so I was like, I saw the Saturn, I was like, $399. Fuck that.
Jesus, man. Was it really?
Yeah, that's what it came out for initially.
Yeah, no, I wasn't able to get it until a while after it had already been released.
But yeah, I guess it wasn't in the PlayStation. I had like some friends who had it. I hated the controller back then, and then I'm like, all right, Nintendo's doing this thing with the N64. I'm gonna go that route.
Oh man, I like the N64. I did at the time too. I loved it.
This is younger Ian logic, so I wouldn't give it any merit for the most part. But ultimately, I just saw the Saturn and I was like, eh. Apparently, you sound similar to Denovi. I didn't realize that.
Oh, really? That's weird. I never.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I didn't know Jared was streaming tonight. I don't think he did. He post it on Twitter or?
I don't even know. I just like
Really
I
just-
have my YouTube tab as youtube.com/subscribers or whatever. So I usually just go right to whoever I'm subscribed first, and I just saw it up there, and I was like, oh, cool, let's do this. That's usually how I catch your streams too. You know, I'll click it every once in a while, see what's going on, see if somebody posted something new. YouTube is starved for freaking content. Got me searching around the web and watching make. This is my first Rust video, guys. Watch me get wrecked.
Hey,
I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Hey, Colin, if you want to jump back into the Discord and drag in the private chats, we can talk about Berserk.
Oh, Berserk is so.
Reading the anime is fantastic. The newer one, or the anime OVA from like '98 is freaking badass. But the new stuff is garbage.
See, a lot of people say that. I don't mind it just because I like the content. You know, like if I didn't care, if I didn't care about the characters and the
animation
story so
style
much,
and the way they've just designed everything, I'm like, God, I hate it.
it gets a little better after a couple episodes. It does look really jarring at first. You could totally tell it's 3D models on a, you know. But they get a little better with it, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna play cutscenes of the game. Hope you guys are ready.
But it is definitely a little jarring. But overall, I enjoyed the newer version as well. Even the like newer movies that redid the telling of the original.
Well, yeah, it was so weird to me because like they did the whole, like the short movies that were like retelling the same story the anime did, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't even as good as the anime in my opinion.
No, it's the same thing, dude. It's legitimately almost like a shot for shot. I swear to God, they even used the same voices too. Like they didn't even like redo the voices or anything.
Yeah, I feel like the
Oh
same.
no, they used some different voices in the Japanese, but they did rehire all the English guys.
The same ones though.
So that,
right? 'Cause I
okay,
swear
that's
to
what
God,
that's what
I
threw
heard
me
the
about
same
that.
thing. And I was like, what?
Yeah, they had a Madhouse did something similar when they did the Helsing what's it called, the re-release stuff, Helsing Ultimate OVA. The creator of that, he told them go get the English voices because they fucking rock. The Japanese guys can go suck a dick.
Suck a dick.
But no,
John gets the idea.
The Berserk, the 1997 animated, is actually censored.
Really?
There was a crazy bastard running around Kyoto killing people with a sword. So they went, we're going to censor this because, like, we don't need to inspire this asshole.
Yeah.
Really? I had not heard of that.
Included on one of the DVD number, I think it's number 6 or number 7 of the Region 4 release done by Madman. They had some interviews and stuff in the liner notes.
I'll have to check that out. I'm not
Go
sure
through.
what because I bought my copy back
So
in
the-
2006. I had to order it through Suncoast Video
Yours
for
would
like
be
$95.
yours would be yours would be the American version and won't have it. This appears to be the Australian New Zealand only.
Oh, okay. God, is that like anything
They
like that
went
like, leaked on YouTube or anything like that? That's fascinating.
It's a text, so there's no point putting it up.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah, it's a text-based one, so there's no point putting it up. But there is the interview, which may be on the American disc, but it is on the Australian disc where they've translated an interview with the production company saying about how they actively censored it, even though they had a 2 a.m. time slot for them to broadcast and do whatever the hell they wanted. Yeah, we're going to tone it down because we've got social issues.
Oh, jeez.
Good on them, I guess.
So you know what anime I wish had a game based on it? Expand on that one.
I believe it was called Venus 5. Ty.
Elfin Lied, the crying game. You just put the controller down and cry the whole time while cutscenes play out.
Oh.
Yeah, this game is all about the cutscenes.
Is it Excel Saga? Is it Excel Saga?
No, Elfin lied. Yeah, it's pretty.
There are 2 video games based on that.
Are there really?
One's I believe they're both PSP games. I'm yet to find them and acquire them, but I know that they exist. John, here's where you're wrong. There are several Oh My Goddess games for the Dreamcast. They're Japanese dating simulators, and Cowboy Bebop has 2 games, one on the PS2 and one on the PS1.
Oh yeah, they do, don't they? Like, I think one on the PS1 is, what, a flying shmup game, right?
Yeah, and I've got no idea what it is on the PS2. And as for the Oh My Goddess games, from everything that I can see, I believe that there's a couple for other systems, but they all appear to be dating games.
The best,
Solve the
the
problem.
highest form of entertainment.
Yeah.
Japanese only
Japanese.
doesn't count.
They need to allow.
Does
from
2
some-
count? Does 2 count? It goes 1, 2, 3, lots, many, heaps. Does 2 count? Yes.
Software to make a Berserk game.
What was that?
I said they need to just allow From Software to make a Berserk game already.
Well, they made the Band of the Hawk, which is basically a Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah, it looks pretty good too.
I have
It's
that
on
one, but I'm
Steam,
currently
actually.
I've been stuck on Nosferatu Zod for like 2 years, and I keep going back and randomly playing it, trying to beat him. I'm like, fuck it, I can stop playing.
Cheating.
Probably should cheat on that one just to beat that fucking level. It's killing me.
Good
Or
hardcore game. Hey, you can always go back.
But the one thing I love about that is because the Band of the Hawk game goes straight to the anime and cutscenes. The stream will literally get pulled down if I watch too much of the cutscenes. I love that.
Very interesting.
I'd be happy.
Well, I'm curious to
Core
know.
would be fun to play. Yeah.
The Millennium game for PS2 of Berserk, which picks up after this nonsense.
As long as it wasn't great entertainment, we're good. Jeez.
And more cutscenes.
Yes.
Oh, I love cutscenes.
God, I love this game.
Oh, are these the cutscenes? Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Game
God.
renders.
I mean, usually I like beg for in-game renders, but that's nowadays.
You only say that because today graphic fidelity is pretty huge.
Oh, right, exactly.
You want to know what's really funny is that I don't know when released in the US, but for Australia, Berserk the anime didn't get released until 2001 through not 2001, 2002 through to 2003.
Yeah, I didn't see it here in the States until 2005 when I found it at a Hollywood Video here.
Yeah, I was collecting it on the monthly release schedule, so
Oh.
I just watched it like 4 months ago. Hi.
$30 a disc.
Oh god. Yes, I bought so I found out about 2005, watched them all, and then went and bought the whole set for like $95, and I had to wait like 6 months before they ordered it in. They didn't have it.
Oh dear. Oh dear. But what's surprising is this game came out. You know, everyone's like, what the hell is this? What's this got to do with anything? What's the context?
Yeah, we had in North America, we had like legit no idea what this game was attached to.
That's great.
Yeah. Like, even out here, it's like, what's this for?
What is this even about?
Like, cool, we got a dude with a big sword. That's always cool. If he had blonde hair, we could call him Cloud.
Yeah.
But
And I feel like the voice actor for this game is like the dude who voiced Duke from G.I. Joe.
Where are you going?
I want to hear this.
She probably wants to see that show. The town's right over there. Well, why don't
I've
you
got
take
the
her?
Forget it, Puck.
full stream muted, so I can't hear.
Yeah.
What's her name
But even
again?
you need to take a break
Scott.
once in a while.
Oh, Casca, yeah, she gets
Yeah.
whole.
Casca.
Yeah.
There's a character that gets buggered quite a bit.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
Oh my.
I remember watching Berserk with my wife,
Oh, there's
and
the
like,
fairy.
And like watching the whole thing with her, and then we get to the end, and she's like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. You should watch the new stuff with her, man, because it gets really
Oh.
brutal.
Oh boy.
It gets really.
It gets worse. It gets worse.
Yeah. Oh, the show doesn't get better. Yeah, no. Everything just becomes more hopeless as it goes on. Like, dude, but it's like it keeps you like really engaged. I think, like, actually, I guess towards the beginning of season 2, the first like 3 or 4 episodes, just like a minor reprieve.
Okay, let me put it to you this way, just for context. We know that she gets demon raped and mind broken because of it.
Right.
Guts cripples himself in the process to prevent it, fails.
It's amazing.
Then later on, he gets the brilliant idea of trying to have his wicked way with her while she's full mongoloid.
Oh no.
And he snaps out of it after he bites her tit and proves himself to be an absolute fuckwad.
Wait, is this past where the show is right now, or?
And I feel like the manga is still going on, right?
Yeah.
The manga's been going since 1988, but the creator, Kentaro Miedema, I think is how it's pronounced. Anyway, Kentaro, he likes to take holidays and play stupid idol maker games.
Oh,
By holidays, he means like 8-9 months, and then he'll release like a page or something.
Oh Jesus.
He's not quite that bad. He's not that bad.
I've been talking to a friend apparently.
He'll release whole issues, like 15, 16 pages. But between, well, let's see, I heard it was something like 5 years between Bored.
There she is. Hey, look, guys.
Are you cutting out? I only got like one word out of that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have third world internet. I'm meant to have.
Oh no. Yeah, because I was
To
talking to
Australia, we have fatal animals and third world internet. In fact, for internet than us.
It's because the animals are.
It's kind of weird that Idaho has better internet than your continent. It's kind of weird.
Oh, it's not weird. It all comes down to the fact that Rupert Murdoch bribed a bunch of politicians to gimp our NBN. He fucking invented it, but the technological woes of Australia and poor government. Or should I just stick to talking about animes?
We should probably go back to animes. But yeah, I was talking to a buddy, and he was telling me that, like, I say it spent like 5 years on a boat in the manga or some shit like that.
That's the joke. The trip was real time. It was 3 years because the creator got bored and got stuck playing an idol maker game.
Wait, for this?
Not for Berserk the manga. He started playing something like Princess Maker 3 or something on the Xbox 360.
Oh my god. What is that thing?
And then who was stuck on?
And then he started up again. And now he continued for about 12 months. And he's hung it up on another hook because he's gotten bored and wants to go do something else.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No, he thought Sam Raimi was going to sue him into oblivion.
Sam Raimi? Did Sam Raimi
Because
buy
he,
rights to the movie? Or the show?
No, the argument was that he went and seen Evil Dead Army of Darkness and seen that Bruce Campbell has a chainsaw on his hand and a gun on his back, and Guts has a gun for a hand and a sword on his back. And it's like, oh, this is a little bit close. I think I might be sued.
I've actually never put that together.
I would love to see Sam Raimi make a Berserk movie now. That's just all I want to see happen.
So how's Sam
That would be
Raimi going
too
to be
silly. It'd
to
be
it?
like the
What was
It'd be
that?
like the Star Wars movies where they destroy a serious moment with a friggin' joke.
If Bruce Campbell played Guts, I'd be down for it.
Campbell can't play Guts. Bruce Campbell wouldn't cut his arm off.
he's you did it with the chainsaw.
Yeah, he's done it before, but he's retired being Ash Williams now, so...
Yeah, true. Yeah, because what Ash vs. the Evil Dead is now over, right? On that series ended.
Yep. Being he's done playing the character. Though you should totally use a Hemsworth to be Guts. We've got like 6 of them. You can have all of them.
Which one of them is actually willing to legit cut their arm off in a scene?
The third unfamous brother.
the weakest Hemsworth.
One who didn't marry Miley Cyrus. The one that didn't marry Miley.
Oh man. I blame Australia for the Red Dawn remake. Putting that out there.
Yeah. I had the Red Dawn remake.
If it wasn't for the Hemsworth, it wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't have done that.
The whole point of the Red Dawn remake was there's some young adult fiction called Tomorrow When the War Began.
Yeah, you guys have that. You guys made your movie about that. I remember that.
It also got turned into a TV show, and both are pretty awful.
I thought didn't it get a movie though too, or just TV show?
Yes, it got a movie, and then the Australian Broadcasting Company made, I think it's a 6 or 9 part miniseries, which is a lot more faithful to the book and a lot more PTSD inducing.
Oh, fun! Is it that gruesome?
Oh, they just actually sit down and focus on, oh shit, I've killed a man, watch me throw up all over myself. I totally killed a man.
Oh, that's way more interesting.
And I'm going to throw up over myself again.
See, isn't there an Evil Dead? Yeah, there is an Evil Dead game for the Dreamcast, pretty sure. I don't think also for
Hail to the King
and PS2, I think.
No, Hail to the King got a PC, PS1, and Dreamcast port. And, Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick, which was PS2 and Xbox, and then you had Regeneration, which was Xbox, PC, and PS2, but I'm not sure about PC, come to think of it.
Ah, okay.
And Hail to the King serves as unexplored ideas for a 4th Evil Dead film. That Ash's possessed hand keeps on pushing play on the tape deck to replay the incantation to bring out the Deadites.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Had the tank controls like Resident Evil, and I don't know about the rest of the world, but Australia had a special edition release where it came with a VHS copy of Evil Dead.
That's badass.
So it came in like an oversized box with the PS1 game and VHS of Evil Dead. The T-shirt, because well, if you're going to include a videotape, you might as well include a T-shirt.
Yeah, I don't think I ever bought a video game in the United States that came with a VHS copy of a movie. Ever.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem, man.
All right, I forgive you this time. Next time, there'll be no forgiveness.
So what didn't you buy before, or what?
Video games with VHSs.
Like, what?
Well, I guess, like, so the Evil Dead games that came out in Australia came with a legit copy of Evil Dead.
Also, the King came out with a copy.
I remember Best Buy doing something like that with PS2 games. They would bundle the DVD with it sometimes and like wrap them together.
Yeah, so I don't remember that ever. Well, I guess in my part of California we didn't have the Best Buy, so I would explain it.
No.
Oh yeah.
Shit, we didn't have a Walmart.
We
had a.
For it. It wasn't like a giveaway.
Ah.
Yeah.
See, one of my previous boyfriends bought me the DVD for Evil Dead Remake. I still haven't opened it. Oh yeah, there is the remake. Good. I haven't watched that yet. I've heard people say it's actually a pretty good horror film. It doesn't go to the same Sam Raimi-ness though.
No.
When you say you haven't opened it, do you mean the ex-boyfriend or the DVD?
Well,
I bet John tore that shit up.
Wait, Casca.
I've got a really difficult question for everybody. What is the best movie tie-in game that you played? Mind you, GoldenEye doesn't count because that didn't come out with the film, that came out later. So I'm talking came out when the film came out.
Oh, what movie tie-in game? I can tell you one of the worst movie tie-in games.
Green Lantern on the Wii.
Which one?
Green Lantern on the Wii.
What is it?
Green Lantern? I think that's what he said.
Forget it.
Green Lantern.
I never played that one.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a Green Lantern on the Wii.
This place is
I've seen it. It sells for like 4/5 of nothing.
so.
Wow.
Batman
And
for
it's
the
like-
NES.
So we keep the
Batman on the NES made by Sunsoft was pretty sweet. I don't know if that's actually came out to coincide with the film or not.
Uh-huh. It came out a little bit beforehand, I believe.
we are doing
Oh, cool. Okay, well,
But you had a Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay, which came out in proximity, but it was kind of a different movie tie-in game though. It was
it
kinda-
came out after Pitch Black and came out before Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah.
So
I would say that's probably one of the better movie universe games, I guess, but not quite fitting the description of what your request was.
yeah, the request being, must come out with the film.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think of an actual good movie tie-in game I've played. That Toy Story. There we go. Toy Story Genesis was a fantastic platformer.
I disagree, but that's purely based on I didn't like it.
Okay.
That's not to.
Oh, I guess
it's
thinking...
not.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, there's no objective reason for it. It's just when I played it, I didn't like it.
Yeah, fair enough. I remember, when Toy Story on Genesis came out, I remember playing that game for hours. Freaking just digging the hell out of that game.
It just felt.
Because of their human-like shape.
But for more recent games, believe it or not, they're both really competent. The B-movie game, and I'm like so serious. I'm like so 110% serious. And Meet the Robinsons. Like, I didn't watch the movie for that one, but like my ex bought the game, and I played it, and it's actually a decent platformer, like 3D platformer. And so is the B movie. Like it's like a GTA open world, and then you go into these handcrafted missions.
Oh shit! You know what? Now that you said open world, there was Spider-Man 2 on the Xbox.
Yeah,
That was probably
Spider-Man 2 on the GameCube.
Yeah, kind of the same game. Yeah.
I'm just being a shithead.
Kiwi, what's up, man? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, I'd say that's probably actually, now that I think about it, Spider-Man 2 is probably, in terms of that generation of gaming, probably one of the single best movie tie-in games ever made, I think.
Yeah.
Though I've got to admit, I enjoyed Ultimate Spider-Man, which came out a little bit later. It plays Spider-Man 2. The only difference is it's cell shaded, so it's cosmetically different. But it's more or less the same game.
My buddy's here. I'm gonna cut out.
I'll catch you later, Rewind Max.
Yeah, man. It was good talking with you, bro.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing in.
Yeah, I'll still be here lurking.
Alright, cool.
Later.
I've never seen such carnage.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So Ultimate Spider-Man came out on the 3 platforms. I think it came out 2005. It was relied heavily on the Ultimate comic book series.
I'm trying to remember if I played the Ultimate one or not.
As I said, it plays basically the same as Spider-Man 2. The only difference is you get Venom missions, which is basically just obstacle course tied to time limit, and you got to eat people.
Oh wait, yeah, actually, no, I have played that.
So those missions were pretty naff, but I enjoyed the Ultimate Spider-Man game. But yeah, as I said, it gets really hard when you include the little stipulation of had to come out at the same time as the movie.
Yeah,
because a lot of
I would say
because you look at top movie games.
Yeah. Because I have to say, you put that stipulation. I have to say, the one I remember fondest from my youth would have to be the Toy Story game. But then there's also Aladdin, which was fantastic. I guess the Lion King. Did Did those come out
Lion
after
King?
the movies came out? Because Lion King and Genesis was pretty badass too.
I believe they did. I could be wrong, but I believe that they were tie-in games. But like Aladdin's really good because it is 2 different games and both of them kick ass. Like,
Yeah.
Objectively, neither one is a bad game. You can't exactly compare them to each other because they're not the same game. I think you call the Super Nintendo version more of a puzzle platformer, while the Mega Drive was more of a based platformer.
You shouldn't be wandering all over.
Yeah. I guess I don't know. God, those were really good games back. That was back when like movie tie-in games actually like worked. But they kind of. Oh God, there was also Toys. For that Robin Williams movie, Toys. They also had a tie-in game. That was pretty bad. But they also have. I just remembered I found this one not too long ago. Stargate, the Genesis. That was another tie-in game.
Yeah, well, I found like.
Where's my copy?
I got to admit though, I don't know if it came out when Alien 3 came out, but as a game, got a lot of LJN bullshit in it. But I found that to be a damn fine game. Like, as a game worth playing. Like I rented it from Blockbuster. It was worth playing at least.
Yeah, I recall the Stargate game had a pretty interesting like weapons mechanics in terms of like the guns you could use, but that's about all I remember. But to be honest, I found it not too long ago and I haven't touched it in like a decade.
So I would like to know what everyone's reaction to this is. Movie tie-in game that I personally think Lawnmower Man on the Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, that was
Once again, it does have a lot of movie tie-in bullshit of, unfairly hard, and it's just straight platformer with not really looking behind the level designs until you get into the virtual reality first-person missions.
One of the few things I remember from Lawnmower Man was the weird shootout between the chimpanzee and the police that happened in that movie.
Oh yeah.
It's like I remember people like that was like one of the few memories I had from that movie. I'm like, oh, the weird scene where the chimpanzee's wearing a helmet and you're shooting at police officers.
Yeah. So what's really weird is the short story that basically, dude is hired to cut the grass, sets up his lawnmower, strips off naked. Lawnmower just cuts the grass on its own, runs over shit, and the dude just eats the...
Eats the what you cut out there.
I don't want to call it roadkill because it's not a road, but,
the
lawnmower chunky bits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I remember watching, was it Lawnmower Man 2? Where they have, like, the weird VR city... And somehow they got Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, somehow they got Pierce Brosnan to come back for that one. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like a post.
They would have only had him for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think they had him at the end of the movie for whatever reason. I don't know how they got him to come back for that one, but yeah.
Money.
I mean, like, did they put all their movie's budget into that? Or is Pierce Brosnan?
Alternatively, they've taken my advice and used blackmail.
Blackmail? What?
Blackmail,
Oh, blackmail. So I think you said black man, and I was like, what? they got something on Pierce Brosnan, like a goat in a dress, and like, we know what you did.
Maybe.
He just couldn't help himself.
It's a goat in a dress. I think it's secret plan to lick the back of the Queen's head to see if it actually tastes like a stamp.
Fact.
Is now. Speaking of Pierce Brosnan and films that he's been in, here's a fun bit of trivia for you. The film, the actress was who played the mother, but her and Robin Williams both threatened to walk off the project if they changed the ending to a happy one. Let's just shoot. Okay. Let me try this again.
You cut out on that one.
Okay. The film Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
Robin Williams and the actress who played his ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
For test audiences. Just in case test audiences didn't respond. We walk if you make us do that.
So you cut out again. You cut out again on the.
Bloody hell!
I'm sorry. I'm just like, oh god, the suspense is literally killing me.
Okay. And the actress playing the sidekick in Mrs. Doubtfire threatened to walk off production if they were told that they had to shoot a happy ending where they got back together.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm not sure like any healthy human relationship could survive where the husband pretended to basically infiltrate the home. Have you ever seen the trailer where they recut Mrs. Doubtfire as like a creepy stalker?
It is amazing. What's even better is when you see someone else's recut of the Shining trailer where it's turned into the feel-good family movie.
Yeah. Let's see here. Lawnmower Man was a good movie, but it had almost nothing to do with the short story it was based on. Oh yeah, I kind of enjoyed Zoolander 1, but I actually have yet to watch Zoolander 2. God, that movie came out like 6 years ago now at this point.
I don't know what's a really amazing movie that they put together is Mystery Men.
That is a surrealism kind of classic. If you go back and watch that movie and look at like the weird ass like old German surrealism they were applying to that film, it's kind of amazing.
I don't know anything about that. I just know that it was based off a comic called The Flaming Carrot, and they didn't include him in it at all.
Oh, that's funny.
Else except for the main character.
No, but like in terms of surrealism, I'm going off of like old Fritz Lang, some other particular film directors, or even like early Tim Burton stuff, where like they had very, very distorted takes on reality, and so everything was always kind of shifted in some way or another. And so Mystery Men actually like has an amazing surrealist filter to it that like I never quite caught until later, but it's just fascinating.
I'll need to go back and watch it again then. I just thought it was really impressive that here you have a film with a start, a middle, and an end, and all the good things that you want for character progression based on a property that they didn't include the actual property for.
Oh, that's great. Avalanche Reviews. What's up, man? How you doing? All right, you have a good night, man. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I was watching your stream for a while until I started mine, but yeah.
Avalanche Reviews. I'm very disappointed that you weren't playing Ring of Red.
Oh yeah, we need to do that.
I love telling people to play Ring of Red. My thing.
Yeah, we need to get Jimmy Hop Avalanche. That'd be fun as hell to get that like stream going.
It was funny. I jumped onto someone else's stream. They were playing Valkyria Chronicles 4, and they were playing it. I said, "Needs more walking tanks," and their response to me is, "Oh, if you want walking tanks, you should totally play Ring of Red." And that just made me feel so happy.
I remember like I never had a PS2 like back in the year like early 2000s. So I never like played Ring of Red because of that.
It's a shame. It's top quality game. I can using hindsight, I can sell all the game's shortcomings that people complained about.
Where did they go?
Sell the shortcomings really well. Like a lot of people bellyached that it didn't have voiced cutscenes. So my response to that is, does it allow you to impose your feelings onto the characters? High quality music that doesn't get drowned out by needless dialogue. Give me 20 minutes of a beer and I can probably lay it on nice and thick.
God, John Rogers was talking about the Ben Stiller show. Oh God, I forgot about the... Damn. Bring out the sword, chat.
Backflip! So I thought that was yeah, I was just greatly amused with Ring of Red, just making that sort of my go-to thing. But me is that there was a lot of sort of cheap games that got PAL releases that I'm really surprised didn't get North American releases. Got this game that basically plays like a halfway point between say Enter the Matrix and Cry, called now that came out with a $30 Australian price tag. It does look a bit like a budget game, like graphically it's a bit naff, but the awesome jazz soundtrack that the reviewers all seem to really like. It's like graphically 5 out of 10. 10.
Ah, God, it sucks as you cut out through most of that. Damn it! I know. I sit there. I'm like, God, I want to hear what he's talking about. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna leave voice chat and I'm just gonna type it out. That way, everyone can enjoy.
Fair enough.
Rules.
Oh no. Man, that's a bummer. Yeah, it was a Colin from the PAL perspective. If you guys have any interest in watching a show that kind of deals with that, I'd highly suggest checking out his channel. Okay, so we got that taken out. Hey John, are you feeling any better, man? I mean, you were pretty sick last weekend. Okay, let's go ahead and stop playing cutscene the game. We'll switch over to, ooh, let's do Echo the Dolphin for a bit. How's that sound, guys? We've gotten over the sickness? Oh, gotcha. Oh, damn it. You're gonna print out the manual for this game. Oh, I'm afraid of Americans. Okay. So I was checking the chat. Zero Mancer left. No, I was just curious how you were doing. I was genuinely concerned about how you were doing, man. Figured your voice would still be shot. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be going. Because we've about 10 minutes we're going to be going for. This is Echo the Dolphin. Defender of the Future.
For 500 years, dolphins and humans had lived together.
How do dolphins and humans live together?
Harmony and fellowship. Together, they set out to explore the great unknown. Peace and friendship were offered to all who would welcome it.
Oh God. There was a really interesting study they did where that dolphin and woman lived together in that weird enclosure. It ended in a really odd, horrible event. Wow. What?
Were their hated enemy. From time beyond memory,
I never realized they did the whole Star Baby shot there. That's pretty weird. Let me see if I can bring Colin back in. Ah, you talking?
Yeah, I'm talking.
There you go.
So, whilst our ground-based internet is third world, our mobile internet is like the fastest.
Oh, you got like the 4G.
We're actually laying out 5G infrastructure.
Oh hell yeah! I think we're doing that here in the States, but we're encountering some antitrust concepts we're trying to legally prevent. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So I was babbling about extra spiffy PAL-only PS2 games. That. So a couple of them being 10,000 Bullets, which was made by Taito, plays a bit like Enter the Matrix and a bit like Devil May Cry. Looks like a budget game, but don't hold that against it because it's got a wicked jazz sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm talking, all review scores are middling, 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10, but soundtrack, 10 out of 10. Yeah, and as I said, made by Taito, cost all of $30 when it came out. It is really worthwhile playing. I recommend to anyone that has the ways and means to play PAL games, go play it. Another one that came as a surprise, well, I should call it a PAL exclusive. The English localization of it was PAL exclusive. The next one that I bring up is called Seven Blades, which was based off of a 1970s 1970 samurai film. And so that has to be good when you've got 7 different swords to kick the shit out of everyone with. And each sword behaves differently.
God, I forgot how good this game looked.
Yeah, it actually looks really good. Like, from what I can see, Dreamcast is the last console for producing exclusively experimental games.
Yeah, that is a. Yeah, I think I was talking on my Twitter earlier today about those. There's those they're anti-aliasing, redrawing like HDMI cables that I really wanted to check out for this.
That would be all sorts of interesting to see.
Yeah, I think people were like, "Nah, you should just go check out Retro RGB and his whole thing about RGB modding your Dreamcast." I'm like, no, I want to see what it would do to because I can get VGA connection out of it, which is pretty damn good signal for the most part.
Well, whilst nothing bad to say about Retro RGB, not all of us can be trusted to hold a soldering iron.
Yeah, I'm like, ultimately, I'd much rather pay $80 and get a cable than have to do a bunch of work. But the funny thing is, I think it was I was talking to Electron Ash a while ago, and he really wants to send me at some point in the future a like HDMI modded Dreamcast.
That would be very interesting to see, considering the Dreamcast pixel count does not like to go up because I think it's something ridiculous like it's like what was the number? It's something stupid like its pixel count when you try and blow it up to full HDMI 1080p output kind of nonsense. You end up with like so many pixels and 1/8, and that 1/8 just throws everything the fuck out.
Yeah, I believe it.
Which is why it doesn't quite have a off-the-shelf upscaling option.
Mm-hmm. Hey Xander, how's it going, man?
Or at least that's what the takeaway was when I tried watching a Retro RGB interview with someone who's doing all sorts of weird and wonderful shit with making the Dreamcast work on newer and flashy TVs.
Yeah. What was it? I think Yahel ended up doing an interview with Retro RGB, I think.
I know that Jimmy's done an interview with Retro Archie.
Well, I think they're I think Jimmy and Retro and Bob are pretty good friends. I think for the most part.
Well, I reckon they would be because it's the only place you're ever going to see Jimmy's face on camera.
Oh yeah. With the exception of my Twitter feed.
Okay, the only place that you're ever going to see Jimmy's face in motion on camera.
That is a good point. Yeah. And the funny thing, I saw that feed, I was like, huh, that is exactly what I thought Jimmy looked like.
Yeah. His thumbnail and that weird stylized thumbnail of his, it really kind of sells you on it.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought he'd look like. Agreed.
Interesting Asian man.
Western release would. Oh yeah.
Is this?
I forgot how experimental this game is. It's just freaking awkward.
Oh yeah, Parasite Eve never got. Parasite Eve 1 never got a PAL version. We got number 2,
Okay.
but not number 1 for some reason.
Yeah.
We also didn't get Chrono Trigger. We didn't get Final Fantasy. We didn't get Final Fantasy anything, unless you count Final Fantasy Mystic Quest or whatever it's called, or as it was released here as Mystical Quest Legends.
Huh.
And the reason why a lot of these RPGs didn't get a PAL release is most, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but most PAL games open up with select your language: French, Italian, German, English. You're not going to be able to fit those 3 or 4 language patches onto Super Nintendo cartridge with a text-heavy game.
Oh yeah. So they just, instead of doing that, they just opted not to release it in Australia, huh?
Australia, England, Germany, France, Italy, Spain. Yeah. So there's plenty that didn't get a PAL release.
Yeah.
Though when it comes to games, also you end up with things like games not being optimized for PAL, which is why Sonic runs slower in PAL territories, and why so many people got their balls in a knot over the fact that the PS1 Classic was running the 50 hertz ROMs as opposed to 60 hertz.
Yeah, I think I think that the PS1 Classic, I think here in the States is going for like 30, 40 bucks now at Walmart. So I might go swing by and grab one.
They're going for about $100 Australian.
Okay.
That
Seems kind of high, but I guess you guys have a pretty high import tariff, don't you?
No, we don't anymore. We still get charged it though.
Gross.
Like up until recently, just for context for you and everybody else, Steam. So when Call of Duty comes out, you pay what, like $60, $59.99?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Steam in Australia, up until recently, didn't list in AUD. It was listed in USD. And when the latest and greatest Call of Duty would come out, $89.99 USD, where I could turn around, go to JB Hi-Fi or EB Games, and buy a physical copy brand new for consoles for $89.99 AUD. So I paid my dollars, not your silly greenbacks. So I could have the privilege of paying $30, $40 more if I wanted to get her on Steam.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't too bad in 2011 when the Australian dollar and the US dollar were equal, or when the Australian dollar was buying $1.03 US. That was alright, but, you know, when we're buying 68 cents on the dollar, and we're told, yeah, pay USD for things. It's like, there's an extra 31 cents.
Jeez.
And you go, well, that doesn't sound like much until you start going, okay, well, it's an extra 30 cents. That $100 game becomes $130.
Yeah.
And it just frustrates me to no end, because it's not a case of, you know, I would have thought that we should be paying US prices because we're paying in US dollars. So, you know, $60 US, okay, fine. Because the Americans are paying $60 US for it. But no, I'm paying $30 more. I'm paying $30 US more for the exact same product. It's not like we get special editions any cheaper. It's not like we get, you know, added content for free. It's just we will make you pay.
It's gotta be we're punishing you for having that whole higher minimum wage thing, I'm pretty sure. It's gotta be it.
Even when our minimum wage matched your minimum wage, we were still paying more.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
Because, let's see, our minimum wage matched your minimum wage back in 1995. How much was a brand new game for you back in 1995?
In 95, I'd say a brand new PC game was like $39.99.
And a brand new console game?
Oh, well, in 95, it depended on the console game you were getting, though. If it was a cartridge game or a CD game, it would have been like, for like a cartridge, it was still like $60.
So 60.
Yeah.
80 to 90.
Jesus.
Yeah, 80 to 90 bucks.
Yeah, Jonathan, really make him, yeah.
Stream's really chugging on my third world internet.
Oh, is it? Is it okay for everybody else in the chat?
I don't know. I'm just watching it going, I'm getting a whole 3 frames a second.
Ooh, boy.
Mind you, I do have my stream set to the 144 codec because I have potato internet.
Oh, God. But yeah, I think I'm gonna probably end it now because I'm going for about 3 hours and I'm pretty tired.
You big girl's blouse.
Yeah, right. It's only because I gotta get my gear ready for the field for the next 9 days. So I gotta work on that and a bunch of other crap.
6:30.
Yeah.
It's 6:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
It's not even dinner time yet.
Well,
yeah,
well, I appreciate having you on, man. Thanks for dropping in, dude.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I appreciate being allowed to get away with half the stuff I do.
Oh, no worries, man. You're always a treat to have in.
Yeah, I still need to organise getting your mailing address so I can ship over some booze for you.
Oh, shit. Yeah, just let me know. Message me on Discord. I have a PO box I can send you.
Yeah, cool. I'll organise sending you some weird and wonderful things so you can go get hammered.
Oh, I would love that. I would totally do that on stream.
I expect it.
All right.
I also expect a shrine built in my honor because of it.
Oh, yeah. I'll make sure to make something like that.
No worries. Take it easy.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for dropping in, man. Always appreciate it. I'll thank everybody in the stream for hanging out as long as you have, and you have a wonderful day, evening, night, or whatever you're doing. All right. Catch you guys later. Bye.
See you, everybody.